Hi, I'm Michael.
And I am Érika.
And we're a small robot studio. And welcome to 2021. Rest in pieces 2020, some would say. And welcome to all our new subscribers. We've grown a lot in December, as it turns out. And in the months since we sort of relaunched, I guess, in August, we've grown by about 12 to 1400 new subs by the look of it. So that's cool. So thanks for all the subscriptions and thanks for all the likes. They really help us out, help people find the channel, which helps us to grow and ultimately create more content for you.
We also want to thank our Patreon supporters. And we are only 10 people away from reaching our first goal, which is 30 patrons.
And at 30 patrons, we will begin production on a series of tutorials which is aimed at beginners as a sort of guide to creating your first 3D animation. And all 30 patrons will get production credits on that. We don't really have a timeline on how long it will take to sort of create the whole thing, but this is sort of like for me particularly, and probably Érika as well, but me particularly, since I started the channel, I've wanted to do this sort of tutorial, but it's quite a lot of work. So sort of at the 30 patron level, I feel comfortable sort of starting it and working on it each month and starting to put out tutorials. So I can help you guys out there make your first animation, and more importantly, you guys as patrons can help other people out there making their first animation. And you will have noticed that we've been releasing quite a bit of content over the last 4 months, basically, since we relaunched. We've created 80 new tutorials, which is kind of crazy. I
didn't realize the number.
No, I wasn't paying attention either, so that's cool. We're going to kind of keep going at that clip for as long as we can, as long as it's viable for us, in a monetary sense. So join Patreon so we can keep doing this.
Please do.
But yeah, basically we're going to be adding a couple new series, or we've started a couple new series. You will have noticed Érika's doing Nomad tutorials.
Yep, which is a 3D sculpting software for tablet users. And
we're already starting to integrate that with other tutorials. You'll see this week we're going to be releasing Nomad sculpt to Blender, and you've noticed that also we're doing Blender tutorials now as well. On the topic of Blender, a lot of you will be RenderMan users, and you will likely have heard that RenderMan is coming out again for Blender in version 24. I don't have an exact date on that, and I don't have an exact date on when XPU, if you're interested in that, is going to be integrated as well. But it should be in the first quarter from what I've been told. So as soon as that comes out, you can expect me to transition a lot of the old Maya content into Blender as well, and I'll still continue to make content for Maya and Houdini for that matter as well. What are you going to be working on this month?
I'm going to be working on modeling tutorials.
Oh, cool. So, and that's in Nomad?
That's right, like step by step how to do specific things.
And what's your first model going to be?
It's going to be a character head.
Excellent. And I mentioned that we're going to be transitioning that into Blender as well. You're also going to be covering some Blender?
Next is going to be retopology.
Excellent. So that's going to be really useful because a lot of the sculpts, while very nice coming out of Nomad, they're very, very high poly, and it's very difficult to get a nice smooth shade on them. So with that combination of Blender and Nomad, I think that you guys will be able to create some pretty cool content. Otherwise, as per usual, there will be tutorials for RenderMan and Maya and Houdini and Redshift, so look out for those, and you'll be doing more Nomad stuff, mainly CG stuff from Érika this month, I think.
Yep.
And we do have some illustration tutorials coming out a little bit later as well. So if you want to support us, we would really appreciate it if you could chip into Patreon. It makes a huge difference for us being able to focus more on YouTube this year in 2021. We really want to make a big push on it and sort of see how far we can take it. At the end of last year, it was very encouraging to see all the new subscribers. If you like the content and you want to help other people learn the things that we teach, we're able to create more content when we're able to afford to eat.
That's right.
So if you can chip in, then by all means, please do. But if you can't, we totally understand. You can help us in other ways by spreading the message of our tutorials and clicking the like button and clicking that stupid notification bell. So that's it for now. Again, thanks to our patrons, and for me, I'm Michael.
And I'm Érika.
And we'll see you in the next tutorial. What do we want to do? I don't fucking know.